Did you know that turtles can be found on every continent except for Antarctica, and they're almost as old as the dinosaurs? Freshwater turtles can be found in wetlands, marshes, rivers, and streams, and range from 3 to 39 inches. Behind cats and dogs, many species of turtles have become popular household pets, but don't think that they are simple pets to take care of. To properly care for a pet turtle, you should have a large and spacious aquarium tank, ample time to maintain it, and a dedicated budget for turtle supplies. In this speech, I will provide information about how to properly care for a pet turtle. I will cover habitat requirements and tank setup, filtration and maintenance, as well as popular health concerns. So freshwater turtles spend pretty much 90% of their life in the water, meaning that it's very important to make this as natural of a habitat as possible. So the tank size is going to be your number one concern. A 20-gallon tank is going to be fine for a baby turtle, but as your turtle gets bigger, you're going to have to upgrade the tank. So the size of the tank that you end up needing is going to depend on how big your turtle winds up being. Typically 2 gallons of water per inch of shell length is a good rule of thumb. According to doctors at MedVet, as a general rule, the water should be at least 1.5 inches to 2 times the turtle's carapace or shell length. Following this rule of thumb, a 4-inch turtle should be in about 6 to 8 inches of water. And so here we have a couple of examples of turtle habitat setups. You can see that you can do something very minimal or you can go all out. Again, the goal is to create as enriching of an environment as possible. So I would argue that the more you can add into the space and, plants and rocks and hiding spaces, the better it is. But these are just some examples of things that you can do. So another thing is that turtles are extremely messy. They eat in the water, they go to the bathroom in the water, every bodily function you can think of is happening in that water that they live in and sleep in and breathe. It's all happening in the water. And so we need to filter the water, and so they're not living in dirty water. A lot of the times, the answer to staying on top of it is going to be to over-filter, meaning using 2 to 3 filters at a time. So here are a couple examples of filters commonly used. We have a sponge filter and a decorative rock filter up on top. And then on the bottom row, there's a submersible filter and a canister filter. Due to turtles' messy nature, not only does the water get dirty very quickly, but food waste can get built up, and that can lead to something that's called detritus, and then from there algae can form. And so all of that is basically just bacteria in the water, which can lead to your turtle getting sick. And so that's something that we don't want. And so to avoid all of that, we want to over-filter our water, keep it as crystal clear and as clean as possible. So moving forward from that, turtles are very, very sensitive, not only with their water, but also with their diet. So vitamin A deficiency can be caused by an inadequate diet, as well as something that's called pyramiding. Pyramiding is a deformation of the shell, and as I just said, both of these things can be caused by an inadequate diet, not receiving the right amounts or the right types of nutrients. So if left untreated, either of these deficiencies can cause weight loss, blindness, organ disruption, and abscesses. So these are obviously terrible, terrible things to happen to our turtles. We don't want this to happen, and so what should you feed them? Commercially available turtle pellets are the best way to ensure you're offering a completely balanced diet. We have a couple examples right here. This is the brand that I use personally. For the first year of life, turtles should be fed the amount of food that they'll eat in 15 minutes, 2 times a day. After that, for the rest of their life, they should eat the amount that they will eat in 15 minutes, but only once a day. Since a turtle's diet should be adjusted as they grow, most brands will offer like a hatchling formula, and then a growth formula, and then a maintenance formula. So you can adjust the type of food that you're giving to your turtle as they grow and get bigger, and reach those different stages of life. Veterinarians on PetMD recommend common commercial pellet brands such as Flunkers, Mazui, which is this one, Tetra, and Zoomed, which is this one. Additionally, dried insects, which are these over here, and live protein sources, which this is an example of a live protein source. This would be a ghost shrimp, can be offered. A great additional benefit of live and dried insects is that they kind of trigger your turtle's hunting instinct. And so not only are they getting vitamins and they're getting a treat, but they're also triggering that natural instinct. And so keeping a turtle as a pet is hard work, requiring a large space for an enriching setup. It requires time dedicated to maintaining the health of the water and careful dietary management of your pet to promote long-term health and prevent diseases and deformities. And so keeping that pet turtle happy and healthy is a challenging task, whether it comes to providing a large enough tank for a Florida softshell turtle, or maintaining water cleanliness for a red-eared slider, or planning the appropriate diet for a map turtle. It is vital to constantly monitor a turtle's health for shell issues, infections, or deficiencies. Hard work, time dedicated, and lots of knowledge will increase the longevity of your pet turtle's life, ensuring many years of enjoyment for you as a pet owner.